Alright, what's up, y'all? Whoever's viewing this. Before we hop into this Jack Hennicke interview, I kind of wanted to just give a little bit of a rundown on what BMX OR DIE actually is. We're kind of just doing a little photo archive and trying to do some interviews and just cool videos and kind of trying to shed some light on the 951 BMX scene. Feel free to give us a follow. We're going to be doing a lot more cool stuff hopefully in the future. But for now, let's just get into this Jack Hennicke interview. Alright, so we're here with Mr. Jack Hennicke, 22 years of age. He's hailing from Murrieta, California. Yeah, Jack's a beast on a bike, kind of always putting out content, innovative like crank arm, switch footed, bar springs, and all this crazy stuff. Going on merit trips, USL contests, just always stacking clips and putting out footage on Instagram and video parts and stuff. And then it came to a little bit of a hiatus. So yeah, you want to give us a little bit of a rundown of why kind of came to that little bit of a hiatus?
Yeah, so I was across the country, about exactly opposite of where we are now in New Jersey, with all the Merit boys for the first time, meeting everybody. I was out there for like 9 days. On my last day, was just grinding down this ledge, doing a crank arm 180 off of it, stepped out too wide, dislocated my knee, and tore all the ligaments in my knee. So now I'm here, 1 surgery deep, 2 ligaments fixed, and another 1 to go.
Whenever something like that happens, it's always like kind of a freak thing, you know? You don't think it was going to happen, and you said it was on the last day of the trip, right?
Yeah, it was literally about, I think it was 9 or 10 hours before I had to fly home.
Yeah, that's terrible. But, he's here, he's alive.
Healing?
Yeah, he's healing for sure. How long did they say there was like a exact time frame or anything like that, or is it kind of more you're just playing it by ear?
We thought it was going to be looking like 6 months, something like that after the surgery. We thought there was supposed to be only 1 surgery. Turned out that it actually ended up having to be 2. I got 1 already, and then I have to wait another 2 months until I can have my next surgery in March, and then it should be anywhere from 8 to 10 months after that. And hopefully it's more on the 8-month side so I can get back to riding as soon as possible.
I will say, thank you crew does miss this man. He was kind of the backbone for a little bit there. He was always getting us out. He was always getting us out as a crew. But yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully getting that going again as soon as this motherfucker's healed. So the next thing I did want to ask is, I think you've told me this before. I don't know if you've gotten I know you've gotten hurt from riding, but this is like your first big injury from riding. Do you personally think it was all just built up and just hit you all at once, or what?
I guess so. I used to get hurt a lot when I was younger, when I used to like race dirt bikes and stuff, but I've been really lucky with only like spraining stuff and not actually breaking anything since I started riding BMX. This one was just wrong place, wrong foot, too far out. Straight up. The clip will come out eventually. Maybe we'll throw it into this.
Don't watch it.
This might be worth putting the clip out, because I was thinking about not ever putting it out because it's kind of scarred me, but kind of over it now. So maybe we'll throw it in here as a little reference, you know? We'll see.
Cut to black screen. Viewer discretion is advised. If you want to watch this, go for it, but I don't recommend it.
Oh, I broke my leg! Oh, I broke my leg!
Now, if we do put it in, my voice is like a little girl, because I was very scared. A little baby.
Oh my god!
Being that this is your first like big injury from riding, like where you actually have to sit out, get surgery and all that, do you think that's going to change your perspective on riding bikes at all once you can ride again? Are you going to be doing the same type of stuff, or is it going to be, a little more wise about what you're trying?
Well, it has changed a lot for me, because I've never had to go more than like 3 weeks without, like, not all of us pretty much been like that. We never had to go more than like a month without riding. And now I'm sitting here 4 months deep into not riding, and it feels so weird. But you take time to kind of figure out other stuff and then focus on the things that you were missing out on before, or you weren't focusing on that much. So I'm kind of figuring that out, and then once it's time, it'll be set up so I can just focus fully on riding when I'm back.
I was going to ask this one a little bit later in the interview, but since you have been spending all this time not on your bike, what is some stuff that you like to do outside of riding?
I really realized after this happened that I didn't have any other hobbies. I was asking all my friends that have had like bad injuries, and like, what do I do with my time? I had Montana Ricky. He's a video gamer. He told me, when I got hurt, played video games. It was awesome. And so I got a little bit into that again, but not really. For the most part, I've just been waiting on being able to do my physical therapy for my knee, and then hoping that working out and stuff will kind of be my new hobby.
Yeah.
But for the most part, just been hanging around, try to get out and get all of you guys to film videos or give everybody ideas on something to do that I can't do.
Yeah.
And just try to keep it in the BMX shit because that's all I know.
Yeah, if you do anything outside of riding, you're not a real BMXer.
Yeah, if it's not all you think about, come on now.
Moving on from the injury side of things, I figured we'd get to know Jack a little bit more personally. I got some questions for him. Some people from Instagram also have some questions for him, so those ones are pretty interesting.
I'm so looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
first one, why do you run metal pegs?
Because this sounds cool as fuck.
That's the only
It
reason.
sucks half the time, but it's worth it. You just go faster. It was mostly because of this guy right here.
I'll take
Both
credit for
cameras. It was because he did it, and I like the sound of it, and I like to be loud on my bike. I have the loudest cassette, and I have the loudest pegs, just to make noise. Because I'm a fucking shithouse.
Shout out to the Merit Steel is real pegs.
Steel is real, baby.
I will admit though, depends on the job you're trying to get done, you know?
Oh yeah, I
There's
miss metal
definitely
pegs.
some tricks for plastic pegs and some tricks for metal pegs.
I miss plastic pegs sometimes, and then I realized just stop being a bitch, go faster.
I personally like one of these tricks and he likes the other one. But we both do them both here and there, so is it tables or T-bogs?
I think I got a better T-bog than I got a table, because the T-bog was the first trick I learned on a BMX bike. I was at the skate park, I rode my bike there with my skateboard to skate, and then got taught how to do a T-bog. And then that's like my favorite trick, like that I can do. But being around it, like you, and being educated on all the mid-school shit and just how sick tabletops look when you do them good, I really wish I could do it great, but I'll probably stick with the T-bog because I know I can at least make that look somewhat good.
Yeah. Who do you think has the best tabletop in BMX?
Tyler Beach. No.
He's right there.
On my side.
Yeah, he's right outside. He's right outside the camera view.
He's on camera
No,
too.
I think I'll be berated if I didn't say this, but like, if we go one-footed tables, we all gotta say Mike Aiken because it's true.
It's
And
almost
so
you
sick.
almost can't choose.
Yeah, you can't really choose, but I'd like say Mike Aiken for one-footed tables, and I really like Fisco's tables.
Oh, you can't beat Frisco and beat 300. I want to know what your favorite era of BMX is, like a 5-year span, so like 2000, 2005, or 2005, 2010. What's your favorite era of BMX?
Well, you already said it, first one off. It really would be 2000, 2005. It wouldn't be like that if you asked me that like 3 years ago, but all I watch is old scavenger and animal videos, and it's all what inspires me to ride the way that I'm riding now. Even though I do all the crazy switch, crank arm, whatever stuff that definitely doesn't fit in with that, but that's like what the metal pegs stay on for that reason pretty much, because I want to be able to do a feeble hop in or a Smith. Goddamn Smith.
Yeah.
So nice, but that's why. 2000, 2005.
I like that answer. I like that answer for sure. I do have one more follow-up question now, because now that we talked about 2000 to 2005, who's your favorite mid-school BMX rider? And you can't say Morgan Wade because he already said Morgan Wade.
No, yeah. Honestly, because of just how obsessed I've been watching it, is like Bob Skirbo. Just because it's too sick. It's too sick.
You can't.
I'm hopping on the bandwagon real late. For like I didn't know about any of this BMX, like older BMX videos, until pretty much JP showed me them. So now that I know, that's who I'm rocking with for sure.
When old dude sees this, he's gonna be like, you guys are fucking idiots. You don't know shit.
Yeah, I really don't, but I'm gonna act like I do.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that about wraps up my questions. We're gonna move on to some other stuff with this man. So.
Ooh, that's so easy for me. Silver tequila. You won't ever catch me with gold tequila. I'll throw it back at you. No shot. I'll smack Justin with that. I get that with every doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, going to any place where I put my name, they're gonna say Heineken for some reason, even though it's nowhere near how it's spelled. But I definitely get it. I get it all the time, so it's perfectly fine. It's Hennicke.
That's true.
Yo, I have way more than 3 pairs of socks, but I might have less socks because Zach comes over to my house and showers without letting anybody know and then takes my clothes. So he bought me socks actually, and he's been taking them back one by one. So I have much more than 3 pairs of socks, Zach. Alright? I always tried it as like a joke, was never really good at it, but then I took like pretty much like 2 or 3 months to literally practice them. Like every time I went to the skate park, I would go to Serenity Skate Park down the street from here and just force myself to only ride with my left foot forward, and it turned out that I got to learn a lot of stuff and got the hang of it, and it's really fun because it's just like the normal tricks, but it just feels way more awkward, and it's one of those things like if you know, you know. If you don't, it just looks like I'm really shitty at doing a bar spin. But other than that, it's cool. It's the first thing Justin said to me. I was like, look at this. And he's like, looks like you just learned how to do a bar spin. Daniel, go home.
Are you gonna get into wheelie bikes?
You know what? I have a plan to get into wheelie bikes, honestly, because I'm gonna be able to ride a bike before I can do tricks again. So I'm planning on trying to get a 29-inch bike and floss it all out. And I suck at wheelies, so I probably won't do that. But I'll go hop curb cuts and go really fast.
If you could be any bike part, what would you be and why?
You know, that's an easy one, honestly. I'd be a goddamn pedal, baby. And I would get replaced all the time. Because, you know, I wouldn't be able to do anything if I didn't have pedals. Nobody would on bike, really. But yeah, I'd be pedals.
I catch
Merit P1 pedals.
What is a trick that you struggle with?
What do I never do? Totally fail it. I think I blocked those out of my mind. I did my first one like 6 years ago, and I only did one a year, and it was really painful and shitty. And all these Temecula fools got me to do them every time we rode the Temecula Park, which was every night. And after 4 or 5 sprained ankles and bloody ankles and everything in between, I can finally do them sometimes. My goal is to do it in a line on flat, and that's all I ever want to do it, but ever.
Places you've gone, or would like to go? Well,
I haven't traveled too much yet, but that is literally my main goal, because I want to go travel all over and just go ride cool stuff. I've been to Barcelona with all these boys, all the Thank You Bros. Went to Reno. Some of them have been to Vegas. I haven't been there, but I want to go as many places with my bike as possible. Next up, hopefully we're going to do a big round trip through Phoenix to Albuquerque, Denver, do a whole loop and end back here in good old Murrieta.
drop 3 names of people that motivate you to push yourself in ride golf.
3 names that motivate me as of recently, but if we're going straight up like while we rode bikes, it changes all the time, but for the most part, JP Ross, because he's my little right-hand guy we go ride with all the time. Montana Ricky, as of recently, he just keeps my spirits up with anything. It's hilarious. He's a nerd, but he's cool. And then, you know, Justin Street does not motivate me at all, but I don't think I could have a good session without him. So he would have to be on that list for sure. So we got Justin, JP, and Montana Ricky as of current.
Just like how you started riding from there and how you like it, where it's going, where you all that.
Right. Well, Merritt is sick. They're the best. Mike and Ricky over there are the sickest. Everybody is, but they're the first company to really throw me on a trip and go do cool stuff, and they've supported me even though I've been hurt longer than I've been riding for them now. Not really, but we're gonna be up there once I'm back riding. But they're super cool. Ricky basically put me on. That's how he got us all on, me and JP and Tyler. And yeah, I'm looking forward to riding for them for as long as possible because they're dope.
It's a heavy one.
Alright.
Why do you ride BMX?
I ride BMX because, well, let's give the shitty answer, which is I tried so many things when I was younger. I used to skate, race dirt bikes, do all this shit, but I never really stuck with anything. But BMX for some reason stuck. Mostly I think, and who knows, but when I was younger my dad passed away and all I really had to do outside was ride my bike. And so I did so much that it's kind of like therapy, all kinds of stuff wrapped up into one. And I've always been able to like actually progress and meet the coolest people and go to the coolest places. So I don't see how I could ever stop being a part of it. That's definitely why I ride, because I couldn't live without it. I don't know what else I do.
Alright guys, so we just caught up with Jack here. I think it was a really cool first stab at this whole interview thing, and I look forward to doing a lot more with it. I'm sure he does as well because he's been helping me with this stuff. We've kind of been shooting ideas back and forth, and we just want to create cool stuff. So do you have anything you want to add on top of that?
BMX or Die is cool. It's made for people that are BMX or Die. I don't see how anything can come bad out of it, besides anything having to do with our shitty friends. But all the cool people will be cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of shitty friends, but
yeah,
most of
but
them
they're
cool.
great. They're just not great.
It's a good shitty.
It's a good shitty. We're out. BMX or Die.
Follow us and let us know if you guys want to see anything else, because we're really stoked to kind of just film cool stuff.
Send us money for a microphone.
Dude, look at this hog. Cheers.
Cheers, sparkling water. Sparkling water and regular water. We have them both. I want to get a better look. There you go. It's good.